days, I pray for better days. Working hard cause I want extra pay. Talk to them seeds, but you must demonstrate. Cause it's your ways that they gon' imitate. Non-violent. Sometimes I wish I would've went to college. Frown proudly. Cause where I'm from, they hate you when you smiling. Your faith should be your gun. You can't leave home without it. The children being grown cause all the parents acting childish. You show them your reality, I bet they doubt it. You tell them all about your dreams, that's when they out it. Your own blood, ain't no family no more. They do you badly for show. You try to patch up your soul, Lord knows you on a mission to show him you so submissive. The prayer said in silence, you know the devil can hear him, pay attention. Know the war's within, how much time do you spend? Try to balance your zen, then again, losses is lessons. You tell me you trying to win. We know about saving money. You tell me you trying to spend that blood on it. Sweat, tears, you put that love on it. Your best years was just a dumb moment. You tired of going hungry. Can't deal with fake making your life lonely. Your lack of faith that left your soul boning. But you gon' work and you gon' strive. Do what it takes to survive. What is truth? What is a lie? You know that war's inside. Some get draped into the fake. They don't know what to decide. Wrong choice, meet your demise. Keep that between you and I. You realize some people you gon' let go. You visualize the things you need to feed your soul is on the rise. They not gon' wanna let you go, but it's alright. It's cool to bury what's gon' grow. Went from wrong to the right and to the dark to the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. Gotta hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. Wrong to the right and to the dark from the light. It was a hell of a fight. You give it all your might. You just hold on tight and you stay strong and precise. You fight the war that's inside, cause it might change your life. I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me. Yeah, I ain't the person that I used to be. So what I do today ain't things that you used to see. Stay the same, no, things change usually. Some folk I may know might get reintroduced to me.
Yeah. Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. And have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, and always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob. Cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah, yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life. race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life. This race called life. Just gotta win this race called life.
Yes, we are in here. Welcome back. This is the
Hey, hey,
Coliseum
hey.
of Arguments, and I am your host, A1, as you all may well know. Uh, let's start with peace and blessings to everybody within earshot of my voice. And this Thursday, we're doing something a little different. Tonight's guest, not one, not two, three women moving as one force. The hosts behind the Women of Activation Retreat are stepping in, and trust me, they didn't come to play. Each of them brings a different dimension, three minds, three paths, three lived experiences. But when they come together, it creates something you can't easily explain. This isn't surface level healing we're talking about. This is spiritual alignment, mental elevation, physical transformation, all woven together with intention. They're not just teaching it, they've lived it, studied it, and now they're building places and spaces where others can tap into it. Here's the thing, you won't fully understand who they are just by hearing about them. So I had to bring them on. Tonight, we're getting a glimpse, not the full story, just enough to let you know something powerful is happening behind the scenes. So that way we can keep you coming back. I believe this retreat is in October, ladies.
Yes,
Yes,
October
yes.
22nd.
So be looking for them to be repeat podcasters over here for a while to promote and teach what you guys will be learning at the retreat. How are you ladies feeling today?
Hey, feeling good. Feeling
Hey,
this full moon. Feeling good.
let's start with introductions and shout outs. We can start right next to me, Latifa, and then we'll go pass it on.
All right. Peace, everybody. I am Latifa Foster, and I will be presenting the human design and cardology portion of the retreat. And I've been a Reiki practitioner and master since roughly 2017, 2018. Asha Sims is my Reiki master. She brought me into this particular modality of energy work, which I've continued through this entire time. And it's just really important for me to help shift other people's mindsets and energy. And I'm excited to be able to share my gifts with the people.
Hey,
Hey. Oh, yes, I gotta wait on the clap. My bad. Hey, everybody. I'm just Sarah, aka Lady J, and I will be facilitating the birth chart readings. I am a licensed mental health therapist, but I'm also a Reiki master practitioner, and I am a spiritual coach, the owner of the Oasis Sanctuary. I'm so glad to be here and can't wait to dive into the conversation.
Miss Sims, it is on
right.
you. I love those glasses, by the way, too.
Thank you. I got to see 2020. Thank you for having us on here. I am Asha Sims. I am a integrative clinical mental health practitioner and Reiki practitioner, Reiki master. I've been on the journey with energy work since 2010. And recently began to incorporate it within the clinical field by incorporating chakra informed therapy, somatic approach, and energetic healing within the mental health field, as well as being a yoga instructor and other things of bringing the community together for activities, support, and healing. So that's where I am.
Give these wonderful ladies a round of applause. And I got some questions for you because I saw the ad for this and I reached out because I thought it was something cool, something needed. I haven't seen a lot of retreats going on lately. Well, as of COVID, I should say. It seems like a lot of the boots on the ground community stuff kind of slowed down. So I was happy to see somebody picking it back up. And I'm here to talk to you ladies today. The first question, what kind of transformation can someone expect after these 5 days with you ladies?
That's a good question. I always, as and putting this retreat together like is a blueprint retreat. And one thing with this retreat or what to expect is not a healing retreat. We're not at the point we want to emphasize healing is every day. So really 1 weekend of doing healing work, it is good, but this is past this at this point in time. What we're coming together is to help you identify the blueprint of your natural being and how you interact in this world so that can keep you in balance with other things in life, from relationships to your money to your health. So what you should walk away from will be different for each person, because if you come without the expectation that you're coming to heal, but coming to look at yourself different so you can be different, then hopefully anybody that comes in and attends is going to walk away different in ways that we probably can't even put a title or description to.
And can I add to that? Can I add to that? I like to say that we're the equivalent to fire starters. So this event activation is about lighting the fire within you, your identity, to bring about a shift that will take place later on in your life. But during this experience, the goal is to activate you. The goal is to get you stirred up, to light your fire so that you can get clear about who you are and how you show up in the world. And like Asha said, your relationships, your money, all of the things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to add on to the add-on. And I just want to say that it's going to be a recalibration when we get together. And that's what people can expect from this activation, is a recalibration, a reset of your nervous system, and getting the information that you need about who you came here to be literally can shift your entire being. And so that's why when I was asked to come and present, I was like, oh yeah, because that's literally what happened for me in my journey. And so I know that, you know, transformation is on the other side of this, because knowledge equals transformation. So.
Mm-hmm.
I love those answers. I love those answers. How does this retreat help people reconnect with themselves on a deeper level?
It's going to be very intimate. And when I say intimate, because it's going to help you get more in line with your true, authentic self. And that's what we're wanting to provide, a space for you to really feel safe. That's why it's not going to be a large retreat. It's no more than 8 people, because we want it to be small, where we can really connect and learn about each other and ask the questions that we want to ask in the process. So it's going to go through layers, because we're dealing with the human design, we're dealing with your birth chart, and then we're going to look at from your energetic expression through your energy centers how you express your blueprint. So often we're not really aware. Many are walking zombies, or you're doing things because of other people's expectations, or because you're supposed to go to school, or you're good at this or do this job, and you're really not feeling successful. It doesn't really feel helpful. So I was thinking about how to describe what this retreat, the download came to do this, is it's almost like if you've had a plant journey and then needed an integration afterwards. I kind of feel like it's going to be an experience of going within yourself, that then you're going to need the group support to put it together and integrate on how now you're supposed to express it when you go out into the world. Often we can't really communicate who we are and how we operate, because we still don't know. So with these 3 modalities coming together, you should have a lot more clarity, self-clarity, and how to go out and represent into the world now, and knowing yourself.
If I was to add anything, I don't know if we were going on or not, but add anything, another way for the participants to connect is through nature. The fact that you're going to be able to slow down and, like Latifah said, reset your nervous system, but connecting with nature brings about an awareness and a stillness that fosters the clarity that's needed. So it's almost as if, you know, the container is being set and put in motion for you to be able to get the understanding of who you are and how you show up, and that nature is an intricate part because we are intertwined with nature, and a lot of times we try to do life without honoring what's around us, without honoring the earth that we are a part of, and that we give back to as well, right? So it's going to provide that as well.
Mhm.
I like that when you said, was that Latifah who said it's going to heal the nervous system? Was that what you said, or a calming of the nervous system?
Yeah, the
Meditate.
reset. Yes.
Yeah, reset. Oh yeah, I'm in dire need. I've been
Mhm.
grounding a lot lately since the weather's broke in Cleveland though. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's big for a lot of people.
Definitely, and that's something that you know, I've learned a lot about lately, and it's also something that I help a lot of mothers with, because there's, you know, just everybody is dealing with, you know, nervous system issues, because we live in the United States, so you know, there's a lot going on
Mhm.
here, and there's a lot of expectations and projections going on out here, so it's I think it's rough on everybody, and so learning how to get back into that space is essential, for us to maintain this, just a balance of, you know, peace within ourselves while we're out here. And what I wanted to add to the question was is that, you know, a lot of the times breaking up the monotony of the routine that we're in all of the time helps to be able to give people a different perspective. You know, when we go on vacation or we travel in some way, shape, or form, it gives us a minute to get out of our, you know, that daily activities and the thinking pattern that we're in when we're in these programs and we're doing these rituals every single day, to meet these quotas and do these different, you know, these things for our family and for ourselves. So being able to, you know, separate yourself and spend that time solely and specifically on you, to focus on you, to look into you, and not necessarily have all the outside noise and distractions like social media, telephones, and all of those things. Because when you get to Sedona, it really makes you want to put that stuff down. Like you do not want to, you don't want to be involved in that. You really want
Mhm.
to, uh, just really feel this energy that is out here. Like people are not just talking about Sedona for no reason. You know what I mean? If you haven't heard about it, if you don't know about it, this is like a spiritually activated place. And the energy is amazing. You are elevated, in the 4,000, 5,000 range. And so it's not like, where you are now. Most of us are below sea level if you on the northern east coast, and many of us are, you know, just rising above the sea level. So like we don't have this particular elevation a lot of the times, and so it's a whole different air up there. So we would love for you guys to be able to come out and experience this place, because you know magic happens here,
Mhm.
and it's not just in the nature; it's in the people too. So it's
Mhm.
a lot. It's a
Mhm.
lot that goes on in that space, and so we would love to be able to share that with everybody.
Hey, and before we move on, could you, one of you ladies, share the link to me somewhere so that way I can put it in the chat and in the description? If you have a
Okay.
website or where people can
You want
sign
me
up,
to put
all
it
the
in
information.
the chat room here?
It says private chat. If you comment in the
Oh,
comments, I have to make you a
okay.
moderator, but I can't do that right
Okay.
now. I would like to make you all moderators so you can share links whenever you're here.
Could you share in the back channel, like of the StreamYard,
Yep, where it
possibly?
says private chat.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, if you share it there, I
Oh,
can grab it and I'll put it in the comments and in the description for you.
oh, shoot. I'm trying to multitask.
And
I'll
to
get it to
piggyback
you. Okay.
real quick off Latifah, it seems like the way society's set up, it seems like everything is geared to be an attack on your nervous system, from
Mhm.
the music we're listening to, the frequencies it's set on, to the lyrics, to everything on TV. Um, yeah, you really have to be cognizant of what you're intaking, and you have to kind of make recharging and things like what you ladies are offering part of your regular routine. If not, there's no my out there. I think people would be way out of balance. So this is fire. And I got that link. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's get to the next question. How does this retreat help people reconnect with themselves on a deeper level? I already asked that one. Okay. What shifts have you seen in people who fully surrender to the process?
Mm. Wow. Magnificent things. Once we really tap into the pure essence, I call it self-sovereignty.
Mm.
Detach from things that really no longer serves us in this time period. You really need to know what your blueprint is, because if you're operating solely off what a title is, how much money is in your checking account, what you've accumulated, some of these external things, or what they may say the worldly things, we really still have to know what our blueprint is as we operate within those things. And so really understanding our purpose here on this planet, in this earth, in this dimension, however high you want to go, and realize what this existence is. The more we understand how to operate in it, to me, basically, this is significant as a mental health clinician, and why I became an integrative, because often mental health is really just imbalances emotionally and unable to process, and some things get stuck. To me, this is something, that's why I didn't want to call it a healing event, because it's taking it deeper than what traditional modalities often present. This is really connecting with your true birth print, the things that often were told that was devil worship or is not to do in the church. This is what was often left out, which left many confused. And so we're going into the teachings that were left out, which means they're very sacred. And everybody ain't able to get this, and there's those that are. And if you are, this will be a natural connection or activation for you to be able to operate out here in this society and what we're going through now. If you don't have a sense of self, you might be a casualty of war. You got to trust instinct, know where you operate and what's your strength, what's your weakness, so you can operate and maneuver out here, because it is a battlefield. It is a spiritual war going on. And so it's going to be a rough battle.
Very well said. Very well said. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the biggest transformation, one of the biggest things that I've seen from individuals when I'm doing birth charts is self-trust and clarity. So to add to what Asha is saying, understanding the why and the what of who I am, then that like fuels them with this self-trust. I can trust that what people have said is a weakness or whatever, I can play to it to be my best self or to navigate the world. And a huge part of our nervous system being so activated is because we have not learned fully how to trust, how to lean into our sovereign self, sovereign divinity, right? We've been taught the exact opposite, not to trust our intuition, not to trust ourselves, not to trust what comes to our mind the first time. We've been taught to second guess. And so these modalities are tools to bring you back into awareness, back into your body, and back into a place of confidence where you trust who you are.
And I definitely think that's big. 40 times around the sun, and I'm just now learning to trust my nervous system and my body, regardless of what I think I know, because my body's always right. My intuition's always been right, and I end up having to catch up later. So, yeah, that was deep right there. Latifah, did you want to piggyback off that?
No, they pretty much took my answer. Clarity is the biggest. Clarity is the biggest thing, in my opinion, that people are gonna get, because a lot of the times people don't know what they don't know, even about themselves. And like Asha said from the beginning, a lot of people are running this program essentially, and it's hard not to know who you truly are, and you know who you came here to be. But when you look up, you know, people want to put whatever connotations they want on these particular systems and these sciences. However, when you're reading these particular things, you can't tell me that you don't be like, oh, that's exactly how I act. Like, you know, and it's not to say you can't transcend your birth chart, but at the end of the day, a lot of these things are going to give you insight so that you feel more comfortable within yourself. I think that's another thing that I think people get when they leave this is comfortability, because you realize that you don't have to be like anybody else. You don't have to do the things that other people are doing. Like, you came here to iterate a certain and specific thing. And so being comfortable in who that is and what that is allows you to come here and express the light that you came here to shine, and not worry about anybody else's standard or guideline, having your own blueprint, understanding yourself down to your core, and being able to also look at the challenging sides of yourself, so that you know what you need to work on. You know what you've been pushing down. You know what you essentially not confronted about yourself. And so those things have to be shown light on so that you can do the work that you need to do to start moving forward in your life and expressing this energy.
Are you? Can you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm muted.
Okay.
I'm thinking
Okay, I didn't know if it's me. I'm changing headphones.
Okay, so I gave a shout out to my homie Sadiq. I was wondering why nobody said anything for that. Shout out my homie Sadiq. I was talking to him earlier, and he said everybody wants to read the memes all day, but nobody wants to do the work. And I was piggybacking off of what Latifah said. And then I dove into the next question. How do participants typically feel on day 1 versus day 5?
Well,
Good one.
I would say how they feel, because this is whoever attend this one is going to be the initial group of this retreat. So this is the first time that this has been done. So to really say how they're going to feel, we can't really say on that. But I'm sure whoever takes the step to step up and say, this is what I need, I'm sure that as we are in this time, they're going to come out of it with tools needed. So to say what would take place every day, what to expect, I never even like to really speak on what to expect, because that's what you come with. And then you can miss out on the blessings or the knowledge of what you're supposed to be receiving just by being open. So I say, if you're ready to open yourself to a deeper level of knowledge, then set your intentions to leave with shifts and changes. And therefore that's what it will be, if that's the intention you come with.
I second that.
Yeah.
I was like, is his mic going out again?
Oh, I am mute. I'm about to stop hitting mute. Steve told me that he thought it was her hair in the beginning, so I keep hitting mute.
Right, it's you.
And I keep forgetting to yeah, I said I think you got that one pretty good. How does this retreat help people uncover parts of themselves they may have been disconnected from?
Well, I know with the birth chart, a person to connect with their personality, to get clarity around their personality, some of their traits, their even some of their patterns. So it helps to kind of, and even the parts of you that you are the shadow parts. It helps you to really understand yourself in a way, gives language to things that maybe perhaps about you that you didn't understand. So from the birth chart end, that's been the experience that I've had with working with individuals.
Anybody else want to hit that one? How does this retreat help people uncover parts of themselves people may have been disconnected from? I know this one is something I see a lot of people disconnected from themselves, from their intuition.
And let me ask something else. Can I jump in and ask something else? I'm putting on my therapist hat now. I don't know if you all are familiar with the Johari window, but one of the things, the Johari window is 4 versions of self. You have your open self, your closed self, your blind self, and your unknown self. And a lot of times there's parts of who we are that we have not unlocked and we have not unmasked, because it hasn't been exposed to the right environments and or tools and or the experts or whomever to help to activate that. So there's things about us that's known, there's things about us that's hidden, there's things known about us that is open, and there's things that's unknown, there's things that's blind to us. And I think with these tools, it kind of helps to, and all of those pockets, versions of self, helps to kind of bring a little clarity or light in those areas and those versions of who we are and how we present.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said light, because when you were describing it, I was thinking like of a dark room and like people's issues and that stuff that they don't even know that's there is like them peeking into the room with the flashlight for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've kept those doors closed for a period of time, but we're at a point in time that, as you see what's even going on in the world, the veil is lifted. So it's no more closed doors. So what people are experiencing now is really experience what is, and it's no more covering up. It's no more trying to avoid it. It's no more trying to head the other way. You see so many people that's not want to commit, not want to be accountable. Everybody's just always going the other direction. But if you understand energy, until you change the trajectory of the course, if you're going in a spiral, you're going to keep going in circles until one change of movement is going to take it in a different direction. It's time for people to stop operating in that same direction and do something different. So if you change within, if you have more awareness of what your purpose is, like if you into AI and everything, we got to rewrite our prompts in order to activate into the world. And that's what it is. You got to change, clear out that cache of all this stuff. And what is it? It's not what it was or what you should be. Now it's create what it is and how you want to show up. And if you understand your blueprint, and I guess we kind of just need to explain a little bit the layers for those who don't even understand, I think. And we're speaking and assuming that everybody understands chakras. They're assuming everybody understands the birth chart, and they're assuming everybody understands what human design is. So I think we might even need to break that down for people like, oh, that's nice to sound what they're doing, but I still don't know what it is they're doing, because it is surface stuff and then there's levels. And I know you said we'll be on here often, but the initial phase of the human design is really understanding your blueprint and into this exit. And Latifah can go deeper in that. And then when Lady J comes with the birth chart and how we're operating into this existence, and then my end of the integration now is how through your energy centers you represent and show up in the world through that expression. So that's why when we say it's layers, because you're going to come in each level, get a deeper understanding to be able to integrate. So I think, and then Latifah does cardology. So that's another even sector that can help have better understanding. So again, like she said, it's the science that we're teaching at this point in time.
So I think one of the words that Asha hit on that was really important is purpose. And I think people have found a purpose in some of the things that they're doing, but it may not be their purpose. And I think that's what I've discovered through learning these different systems with astrology and numerology and into cardiology and things like that, and even in human design and gene keys and just all of these systems that give you different pieces of yourself. Like when we think of our body is not just our body, because there's layers outside of our body. And so these particular systems are talking to the different layers of our auric body. And so it's working on different layers of our system. And so I think like all of these things integrated with one another is amazing. That's why I thought that this retreat was going to be very helpful for people, because you're getting like a synthesis of, you know, some of the main things that people are using now. And human design was something that, you know, I kind of came into knowledge of, I would say like early in the 2020s, but I didn't really dig that far deep into it. But to know that this thing has been out for like, you know, decades and decades, and people be like, oh, you got these 7 years to decondition, and it's like, oh, I'm on my 50th decondition. I'm like, hey, well, why are we just finding out about these systems, and why, you know, like we could have been deconditioned. And I also want to add that a lot of the times when we find out this information, it's just like, man, why couldn't I find this stuff out when I was younger, when I had more time? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, if I would have knew some of this stuff when I was younger, you know, you could have shifted a lot of different things or seen a lot of different things from different perspectives. And so I highly believe in learning these things so that I can pass this information down to my child, so that she is better equipped to handle the energies that are present in this world, whether we want to acknowledge them for what they are or not, or call them whatever you would like to call them. These things are here and they are present. And, you know, the further we get into this timeline, it's going to be apparent that, you know, these tools are necessary and that they are going to help people shift their perspective on things. And so I've always been a perspective shifter. And so I'm just going to keep riding this wave down and seeing what else comes up.
That's it.
Hey, I like that. On to the next one. I wanted to piggyback off that, but we're running short on time. So,
Well, you bringing us back? Ask the questions. Look,
yeah,
We'll
you know
be
what? I
back.
should be writing them down as I'm thinking. What breakthroughs tend to happen to people who step outside their normal environment like this?
It could be life changing. Some people short circuit. I mean, in reality, you know, when you step into another dimension of yourself without the conditioned responses, a lot don't know how to respond within that, because they're so used to being, what did the pastor say, what did the doctor say, what did the teacher say, what did your mother say? So to ask, what do you say, many feel comfortable going back to what everybody else say. And so I think this is, again, that part of self-sovereignty is being okay with what you say, not only what you say, but trusting what you know, because we all have a direct blueprint. So that means everybody's blueprint is different. We may fall in clusters of similarities or personality traits, and that's important for us to be conducive in society. We all can't be the same. If life was the same, if life was always one way, we would be entitled beings. So we have to learn to accept the differences, but understand the differences help us work together. So if you don't know how you're operating or how your setup is, that's why we having so many wars. And we think about, why are they fighting? What's going on? They could have warrior energy, but if they don't know what to do with it, everybody don't have. Some of us have lover energy. You know, I got a lot of Venus in my chart, so I love sensuality. I love teaching about that. I'm a war, but I have that war. I have something in my charts because Lady J did mine with that warrior energy. So, but if we understood that, we would know how to operate, because some people out here just wasting energy, but don't really understand what their blueprint is, how to operate. So now it seems like they're deviants in the world, but they're not. They just don't know their blueprint and know how to activate themselves in the world. That, I don't know if that answered the question, but that's how I kind of.
No, you definitely answered the question. You got that one. How does, well, Tiffany, excuse me, Latifa touched on this in one of the first two questions, but how does the energy of Sedona contribute to personal growth?
I feel like it's just transformational. It's just that transformational energy. Just being in the atmosphere, being and also when you're in groups of people who are high vibrational, you definitely feel the shift. A lot of people, because I go to Sedona pretty much yearly with another group of spiritual people who are out here doing this work and have been doing this work for years. We go out there to meet up, to work on our gifts, to enhance our energy. And people who come there, it's like, and this is, let me liken this to kind of like the vibe we felt when we got together, like in the lighthouse. It's just like when you get around like these high vibrational people and nobody's tripping and everybody is there to just, have a good time and elevate and grow and share their experiences. When you have to go back to where you live, it can be, a bit of a challenge to integrate. When you go to some place that is super high vibrational or you're around people who can literally match your energy, it can be a challenge, but I think that's a part of the growth process. And that's also a part of the integration, because you're learning how to be in this high vibrational space and then still keep that high vibrational energy with you, even when you're going to places that may not be on the same vibrational frequency as you. And being able to hold that particular energy is how we can manifest the things that we want. So learning how to, hold the energy. This is something that is going to happen for people. And I think we're going to be able to help people to figure out in their chart how they can hold that energy. So that's something that is definitely going to happen in Sedona, because it's going to give you the opportunity to feel that higher vibration.
And I heard Asha using this word personal blueprint a few times. What does it truly mean to understand your personal blueprint?
It's so many levels to our blueprint. We have our energetic blueprint that we're here in this physical being, and then we have energetic bodies around our physical body. There's like 5 layers of energy. So first understanding, even in this existence, as we walk and experience the world, we are experiencing it through input of imprints from what we see, from what we hear, from what we speak. Hear and talk. All of this is through our senses is coming in that makes imprints into our system. So even from when I say that the chakra experience from birth coming into this world, at that time, they're imprints, because we come into this world in this hologram of what our parents created until we decide, oh, I want a different world. So they're already blueprints. So not only is that aspect of blueprints of our existence and how we express ourselves, we even have to go further from our ancestral imprints, the genetic imprints, epigenetics, the things we're carrying through generations. So sometimes in this journey of awakening, we have to be aware of our blueprint, but we have to even be aware of the ancestral imprint. So it's layers and layers of imprints that gets to our personal blueprint, but that can be overwhelming to many. So that's why I said this is a journey where you have to at least have started with some sense of awareness for you to start seeking, I want to know deeper awareness. If you're not even in the stage of awareness, this is going to be over your head. So I always say the knowledge given is what the student is coming to seek. So based upon what is needed is what we provide. So it's not like a one set cookie cutter. This is what we're going to teach, because it's going to be individualized, because everybody in there is going to have a different birthday. Even if you were born on the same day, even at the same time, you still have a different blueprint. And once we really understand, we have some personal blueprints, because other systems are already aware of our blueprints. Other systems are already aware of our blueprints. We're not aware. So this is about, we have to know who we are, so we can't be taken advantage of. And the more you understand your blueprint, the more you understand your purpose, the more this whole experience becomes more balanced, that doesn't lead to mental health imbalances and other needs and physical needs. Because at that point in time, when we talk about imprints, if we're not understanding all these imprints by the time we get to our physical bodies, this is why our bodies are shutting down. This is why we're having autoimmune. This is why the diabetes, the dementia, the erectile dysfunction, all this, your body cannot handle this. And honestly, when we talk about imprints and why we even started even in the area of energy work, and we come from different backgrounds, but the common denominator between us is energy workers. I can say that being a mental health, I went to school and got a master's degree, but what I use to help people in the world really doesn't require this license degree. When we're talking about energy and source energy, we're talking about science. That doesn't have to have a certificate to validate, because we all come through source. This is a deeper level of teaching that we all have the potential and ability to tap into, but we don't understand our blueprints to want to go deeper. So that's why I said this is a blueprint for people to start questioning themselves, their existence, their relationship. To me, change is those moments sometimes when you realize, all this time I thought they were the bad guy, and it was me and how I viewed it. Those aha moments, like all the time you've been thinking people have been offender, and it's really your perception of these imprints from childhood that you thought was the way that now are dysfunctional now, because you weren't operating in your true authentic self. You was operating on these imprints that other people said are you, and that's where it throws you out of alignment. So this is the clearing of imprints. And like, we grew up and was told to wash our hands, wash our hair, but we were never taught to clear our energy imprints. We never were told to clear our aura. So many walking around like that character out of Charlie Brown with the little dust ball around them with their energy auras just full of stuff. So they can't get to their personal blueprint because of the distractions that's out here, and technology and everything, all these nanoparticles from the air and food. We got distractions. So we need to get centered so that we can be aware of these distractions when they come into our field of energy. We got to feel it. We got to know it. And that's where the power comes in, and understanding your blueprint.
Amazing answer. Amazing answer. That's a lot. I'm gonna have to watch this one back. This is deep for sure.
And you got three. You got the Trinity. Yes, the portal is open.
Let's move on to chakras. What role does chakra alignment play in emotional and spiritual healing?
Lady J, you feel like talking?
I was leaning on y'all. I was like, y'all doing so great. Well, it actually ties into what Asha was saying with regards to the energetic imprints, and understanding that there are, at least what Asha is going to be presenting, 7 primary energy centers that we function from. And I'm sure she's going to dive into how each specific chakra has impacted us developmentally at different stages in our lives, and how, you may be experiencing one who deals with a lot of anxiety, and we may find out when we're doing your energetic blueprint that maybe your root chakra, which is the chakra that is the foundation, your family, safety, security, has been compromised because of the imprints that could be generational, that could be connected to trauma. And so as we are diving into chakra work, Asha does a great job tying and bringing the awareness around the developmental stages for each chakra, the 7 chakras. And those are just the energy fields that just kind of sum it up. Did I do okay?
You did good. My headphones about to go out. I was trying to get it charged, and I didn't want to do it in the middle of it. Thank you. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. She summed it up. That was it. He gone on mute again. And I'm worried about my headphones.
I did. I must have hit that on accident. I didn't,
Like I must have hit that button.
I'm glad y'all got my back out here. How do these practices help people release what no longer serves them?
Well, I'll say that I want to say this. We didn't hit this part, but a lot of this work, when we are going to do some somatic work, and I think this is where the somatic piece comes into play in terms of nervous system, but really getting into your body and allowing your body to release a lot of times what it's been holding. For some people, a lot of people do not breathe. They're not conscious of breathing, just releasing it. I had a client tell me just yesterday, oh my God, when you told me to exhale, I didn't realize how much my body needed to exhale, because I was holding on to the tension or holding on to the interaction that happens because of the energetic exchange. We're engaging in energy all the time, and we don't even realize how impactful somebody else's energy can be upon us, especially those of us who are extra sensitive, who are empathic. We have to be mindful of that. And so the other part to this retreat with regards to self-trust, divine self, is getting back into your body, that somatic piece that causes us to slow down, that causes us that breath that brings awareness, the movement that brings release, right? So many things, but the somatic piece, I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like that is where this kind of comes into play.
Hey, anybody else want to touch on that one?
I did want to say that, hold on one second. It helps you to release what no longer serves you, because it lets you know like who you came here to be. So I think a lot of the times with the programming and things that we've been under in these different layers, these different experiences, these different places that we've gone, and the places that we have to show up, sometimes we put on these different masks, we put on these different energies, and it doesn't really allow for us to be our authentic self. And I think that a lot of people are battling with how to show up as themselves in these spaces that they're required to quote unquote be a certain way. And how do you become your authentic self when you're supposed to be, cookie cutter and like all of the rest of the people that you're around? And so I think this helps people to just let go of whatever doesn't help them to be who they need to be, because we're so worried about how somebody is going to view us, what they're going to say about us, because we're going down whatever this path is, and we're connecting more to what our intuition and what our gut is telling us to do, rather than what somebody else has advised of us from their perspective. And what I've learned in my journey is that you have to do the things that are specific to you. And someone can give you a perspective of how they see what you're doing from the outside, but they don't know all the steps that it took for you to become who you are and what all of the intricacies of you are. And so they're not going to be able to give you the information that you're looking for better than you can give that information to yourself. And so being able to take what serves you and leave what does not serve you based upon who you initially came here to be is life-changing. Like Asha said, this is like transformational stuff that's actually happening for people, because it makes you realize that you didn't come here to leave certain stuff behind. Like, you came here to express this. The things that, may be quote unquote bad in certain, arenas or experiences may be great, and something that you need to stand more firmly on in who you are actually supposed to be. So it's literally helping you learn to cultivate these experiences and really just do the things that you need to do for yourself, so that you can, again, get back to your purpose, because you came here for something, and it wasn't necessarily to work your 9 to 5, or, it just may not be just that. Even if you do wind up having a 9 to 5 later on, there's a certain way that you came here to show up, and a certain energy that you came here to express. And so it's helping you to get back to that as you shine that energy through all of the endeavors that you do and how you're supposed to show up.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, I didn't give you ladies the 45-minute warning. You got about 5 more minutes over here.
I see the timer. I see the timer up top.
Amazing, amazing. Did you ladies want to go over the cover, where it's going to be, how they can contact you, where to look for you at? Closing remarks,
Yes,
so to speak.
I would just say that you have the link that they can go to check out in more details of the retreat. My information is on the flyer. If we go to the link, you can email me if you have more specific questions. So get in now for the early bird price. The sooner, the better. The better the price. And once you get in, there'll be more details that we would give you about their living arrangements, flight arrangements, how we work all that out, and all the logistics once you get to that point. Hopefully that you would see this as an experience. Like I said, this is different. This is the first time this retreat has been offered. Want to do something different. Like you said, coming out of this post-COVID era is very important on how we come together as community, but it's hard to come together as community if we don't know self. So please reach out to us, whether it's individually. I am on Instagram. You can find me as the Chakra Therapist, or with my business, Ashakti Wellness, on Instagram and Facebook. The rest guys want to share how they can find you. I am the owner of Ashakti in Charlotte, so you can also come to my business. I can put my information in the chat too.
Okay, ShaktiWellness.com/connect is how you link up with them. And I'm going to put the link in the description as soon as this video is over, and it's already pinned in the chat if anybody wants to check it out right now. And we can pass it on.
You all can follow me on the Oasis Sanctuary across all platforms, Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube, and even Substack.
And I am Latifa Foster on Facebook, Elevated by Love on Instagram. I don't do anything on TikTok or YouTube or but I'm out here. I'm in these social media streets. So y'all can come and check me out.
Let's go. That was another amazing episode. Definitely blessed to have you ladies in here spreading this information. And the community is definitely blessed to have you as well out here doing the work that needs to be done. So many people are looking for healing and they don't have the tools that they need. So, most people are taking pills and that stuff,
quick fix.
Right.
Putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound, pretty much. So, I'm going to end with my motto: treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. And again, peace, Titan family. Everybody within earshot of my voice, make sure you have a blessed rest of the night and a blessed rest of the week if I don't catch it or you don't catch me. And be looking out for these ladies to return. And I still have a lot more questions about what they're offering, and we want to make sure that everybody knows about what's going on. So be looking out for them. Appreciate you ladies again. And
thank you.
I'll get your info from Latifa and follow you ladies as well. And we're going to end with the song by Connie Sun, Same Heart. I usually check them out on Spotify. You can check him out on any platform now. Go on over to his Facebook and tell him A1 sent you. And you want to give him that website one more time, Asha?
www.ashaktiwellness.com/connects. That'd be the fastest way to get there.
Hey, appreciate you ladies again, and peace. We're out.
Peace.
Yeah, we was together down down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing fall, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and they the one taking the aim for it, and I'm the one taking the blame for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hating, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. Karma gon' come your way, young nigga. It can be any day, young nigga. The way that you played your hand, I forgive you, but back in that sandbox, can't forget you. Killing my mental, tell your little brother the issue. How did we go to them pistols? Know I'm official, know that I try to uplift you. Kinda knowing that I miss her. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and I'm the one taking the blame for it, and they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hating, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. One more hate, it really ain't gon' matter. More pale lips, just me, more chatter. Can't hold hands going up no ladder. I fall from up here, then my shit gon' shatter. I'm putting on for my whole family, but we on a different road, family. You told folk that I told family, but I never did fold when the folks had me 100. I never been fake in frontin'. I told younger nigga make him something, you told younger nigga take him something, and he the one that took that from his cousin, and that there got the whole family fussing. Got big sis beefing with her brother, even through it all still know I love you, but every second I think I trust you. I'm smart in the game, you made it hard in the game. I'm loving, I started the lane, I'm hard as they came. Melody target they brain and they draw like a martyr with flame. How far I done came, you was not part of the blame, you was just part of the strain. You was so grimy that niggas ain't wanna come fuck with me, but that's just part of it. And I'm the one taking the blame for it, they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hating, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart.
She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't. See, I've been looking for a while, one who compliments my style, and who's pheromone so irresistible, it drives me wild. She ain't got no time to flex, way too blessed to be here stressed. Ain't compatible with low vibrations, nothing like the rest, no.
I don't know nobody when you get down, just want you to be around.
Come close to me, baby. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't want it. She move her body like a shaman. All in my head, so much in common. Just say that word, baby, I'm on it. If this ain't love, then I don't. I just wanna see you smile. Keep my number on the dial. I anticipate and cannot wait until you come around, 'cause I just wanna take you home.